Hey there, everybody. I am Debbie Crowley from Expressively Deb, and welcome. So the first card I am going to be working on is this card. This is a fun fold, and I'm calling it a front flap fun fold. It's a simple, quick, and easy card to make. I did do a little fussing on the focal point sentiment layer, but you'll see how easy it is. Okay. This card base, I use the Misty Moonlight card base. It is 5.5 long, 8.5 inches across. So actually it's a half piece of the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Okay, and what you will do, use your paper trimmer. I've already done this. Score, when you come in on the paper trimmer, you come in from the right, score at 1.25 inches and 4.25 inches. Fold the card base in half, okay? And we always like to burnish the score line, right? Get a nice crisp fold, and then fold the front 1.25 inch flap back and give it a little bit of a burnish, okay? And that is it for the card base. Now, the layers. I used the striped. This is one of the new core colors, Bubble Bath. It is so pretty. It's such a pretty pink. So this layer is going to go here, and you will cut two. The other one is going to be on the front. Then I have a basic white writing layer. Both of these layers are 2 7/8 across, 5 3/8 in length. So one will get adhered here, and the basic white layer will be there. Okay, and that is the writing layer, the basic white. So here we go. I'm going to get some glue on this. This pattern paper is so pretty. This is the Delightfully Eclectic, and I did create this design with thin layers. You can cut it down if you're more comfortable with 1/4 inch layers. You can set that up for yourself. Okay, and then the basic white layer. I'm working on the center inside of the card, so you can see. And then this is going to go in the center. Leave about a 1/8 inch. There we go. So that's your center, okay? And then there are 2 strips of designer series paper coordinating. This is also from the Delightfully Eclectic paper pack. And these are 1 1/8 across, 5 3/8 in length. And they get glued on either side of the center panels. We'll get that done. And I'm just kind of making sure that my top and my bottom pieces are even. So across the top and across the bottom. And then the sides will fall into place. You'll be able to judge the distance between layers that you need. Okay, and then this one will go here on the outside. Straight for some reason, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now this is the inside of the card, and this will fold like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the card over, and on this panel right here, which will be the front, we're going to put the second designer series paper, pattern paper layer, the striped layer. And again, it is 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, everything is in the project sheet PDF tutorial. I put lots of pictures in on this one, so, and then that will go right here, centered in this panel. Okay, and that's that. So that goes back, and then here's your card. So the front fold flaps, the front flap folds back, and then you open your card and you have your writing layer. I'm going to set this aside for a minute and we'll work on the focal point. Now what I did, these are retired now, but what I did was I die cut, used one of my stitched circle dies to die cut the circle. This is a 3-inch in diameter circle. So that is going to be the grounding layer for the front focal point, okay, the circle. You could do a rectangle or an oval, but I like the circle on this one. Die cuts, I die cut one flower strip from Misty Moonlight, one from Crushed Curry. I had an extra sentiment there. And these strips, Crushed Curry and the polka dot design, which is also from the Delightfully Eclectic bundle. I'm sorry, not bundle, designer series paper. Get my silicone mat. Move all this up. Get the Crushed Curry strip. Put a little line of glue on the polka dot strip, which is a little smaller. As I said, they're both 1/2 inch wide. I don't remember the length, but that's in the project sheet. And I hand cropped this banner, the Crushed Curry. I just cut the edge off with a scissor. Okay, so that's going to look like that. And then we're going to take the Misty Moonlight die cut, and I am going to use, if I can find them here, my tweezers, because it's really a lot easier when you do that, the glue. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of glue across this strip. I just went very lightly with the glue. And we're going to put the Misty Moonlight strip, we'll go right about there, kind of in the center. Yeah, let's do it. We'll go right in the center with it. Okay, and that's there. And then the Crushed Curry, this was the same size as this, but I snipped off the edge. You can see here, because I wanted this to lay here, but I didn't want it to show on my, when I put the sentiment on. So that's the Crushed Curry. It is easier to do it with the tweezer. And I just kind of put them, I place this, I'm going to come a little bit down, further down with it. So I have about the same distance here and here on the edge. And so that the flowers, the colors of the flowers kind of alternate. Okay, and now for the bubble bath. This bubble bath die is a single die. Single stem, and it's in the die set. And I love this bubble bath. What a pretty color this is. And we're just going to set that, okay, there you go. So that's that. And then the sentiment, I use the thank you and the die from the sentiments in the Timeless Arrangements stamp set. Okay. And we're just going to put that. Now, what I'm going to do here, you see, we have a, this is because we glued cardstock on top of cardstock. We have a little bit of raised, so we can put glue across the top of the sentiment here, across the top, but I want to put a little bit of a dimensional down on this portion. So what I'm going to do is you can use the side of the dimensionals here. You see how I have some extra? You can use that. That would probably work well. Or you can cut your dimensional in half, or you can use a mini dimensional. So either works. So I'm just going to put this right up against the the base of these flowers. Okay, and then on the top of the thank you, I'm gonna let's take the backing off the dimensional. Okay, and then on the top of the sentiment, I'm going to add a little line of glue across the top. See how I did that? And then this, so you see, the sentiment sets nice and straight. It doesn't tilt down because you have all of that cardstock there. Okay, so this is finished. And then this just gets glued right onto the circle. And I guess we'll put it, what I'm doing so that you can see, I'm centering the bottom layer, the polka dot layer. I'm letting it touch each end of the circle. So this is the crushed curry strip is going to overlap a little bit, which is nice, I think. Okay, put a little glue on that. And then get this right down here. And I'm putting it on the circle a little more to the bottom. Okay, that's done. And then my absolute favorite embellishment, and that is the brass butterflies. I use the smaller one for this, and just gives it a little something, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, and then when we're attaching the circle, this is going to set right here, okay, in the center of the card. When we're attaching this, because this flaps up, if you want, you can glue this down. It's really a matter of preference. But I like it up, you know, as in the sample, it's kind of up. It just gives it a little bit of a something there, I think, when the flap is left up. But it can be glued, and it would be just as pretty. Okay, so since this is going to go on this thin strip, the 1 1/4 inch original score line, we're only going to put glue down the back center of the circle. There we go. See how I have it there? And then this will set. Just center it. I have, you know, make sure you have just as much space from the bottom of the card base to the bottom of the circle, and from the top of the card base to the top of the circle. Give it a little bit to dry, and that's it. The card is finished. Pretty, isn't it? I think I'll bring this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And that is what I'm calling the front flap fun fold. I cannot send you the stamped sentiment layer, but I did put in the kit the sentiment layer, and I put an extra piece of basic white cardstock in case you want to make a different type of a sentiment or a larger sentiment, so you have the extra material to do it. And I think it's a very pretty card. So that's it for now. I'll be back with the video for the second card. This is card number 1. And I wish you all a great day. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, the only limitation is your imagination. Enjoy the rest of the day.